Hello, and welcome! Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, my name is Mark, and welcome to another episode of Finding the Next Big Roguelike, the series where I play roguelike games and demos that have been sent to the channel, and give my first impressions at the end. Today, we're taking a look at a game called 13Z. This seems to be a 3D action roguelike. That's kind of, you know, the main thing going on here, to my understanding. And I'd say we haven't really played that many full-on 3D action roguelikes. And I think one of the reasons is it tends to be a little bit more demanding compared to 2D or even 2.5D games for the action genre for roguelikes. So I'm quite excited to try this one out, especially since this seems to be more of a, you know, a meatier roguelike, and that's also because of the team behind it. So speaking of a little background on this game, this is a game by a company in Singapore. They started off as 4 people, and now they're like 20 plus in the company, so congratulations on that. And this is their 4th game. They seem to have done a lot of VR games, and this is their first title, to my understanding, that is outside of that realm, which I guess is a fitting, you know, thing for going from VR to 3D action. Yeah, I could see that going pretty well. The game is currently there's only a demo available on Steam. This has been sent to me, and looks like they even sent me a version where I can have everything unlocked, which we will. I probably will not be choosing first because I want to try to experience the game, you know, as intended. But this is just a demo, and the game should be released in early access by the end of the year, is what we can expect. So if you have any interest in trying it for yourself, there should be a link to the Steam page for 13Z. Now, this game, it can be a solo player or multiplayer, and one thing I'll say is we've played a few games that give the possibility of being multiplayer, and I haven't really touched a lot on this aspect of games, me playing just solo player, without really talking about the multiplayer aspect. And obviously, I'm not going to be touching much on the multiplayer aspect since I'm not playing it in multiplayer, but I think it's important to note that inherently, it's going to be much harder to balance a game if you're going to have enemies and boons be not only for solo players, but also for multiplayers. Now, obviously, the traditional way to get around that is just, you know, increasing damage and health of enemies, but that's easier said than done. And sometimes just increasing numbers doesn't always make it balanced. Sometimes it's a very fine line, and sometimes just increasing numbers doesn't really match with exponential growth of certain ability synergies and stuff like that. So I just wanted to just bring that up real quick because I think it's important to note that, you know, multiplayer and single player games is hard to balance, both being implemented for these roguelike games. So just wanted to just bring that up before getting started. So currently in this demo, you only seem to have access to the first area and 2 playable characters. There should be supposedly 4 coming up. Actually, you can read it up there. One thing I will touch on that I thought was kind of cool from the notes that was sent to me is that this team does seem to want to make sure they prioritize listening to the community and, you know, trying to make a better game out of that, which seems quite obvious, right? But, well, in the AAA world, that's not something they do as often, and I think once again the success of a game like Hades, really, I think a lot of it is thanks to the community, because they really listened and they adjusted accordingly, which is still something that I cherish in the indie world. So I love any indie games that indie company or people that just, you know, bring that up, because I think it's a very important aspect of the indie community in the video game world. So thumbs up for me on that one. I'm not too sure which angle of action game we're going to be seeing here. I don't know if this is like closer to Hades or closer to Windblown, right? Because that was a game that I featured recently that was also 3D, not on this series, but on the Rogathon series. So I'm not too sure which angle they're going for, and I'm definitely excited to try it out. Now, if you're working on your own roguelike, feel free to submit it using the form in the description for a chance to be featured. We get sent so many amazing games, much more than we can currently showcase. So if you have a release or key date, we also offer developers the option to get ahead of the line for a guaranteed feature. So big thanks for sending us 13Z and using that option. All right, so let's quickly take a look at the options here. in terms of the gameplay options, it seems it doesn't always show enemy health bar. I'm not gonna do that right now because I want to try to go with whatever the developers intend. Master volume, thank you. I think from now on, if I don't see a master volume in the game sent to me, I'm immediately gonna be like, ah, so good to have. Mute when in the background, beautiful stuff. Very simple, nice options. I know people don't. I'm sure people don't love options as much as I do, but let me tell you, they're important. All right, let's play the game. Once again, I'm going to be playing on the normal and not the unlock everything feature because I want to see what they're going to offer to get started.
The 12 Zodiac Guardians of the East have safeguarded humanity's fate. But as the threads of tradition unravel, so too does their influence and power. Determined not to fade into obscurity, they have revived the Zodiac Trials, the very crucible.
I like the art style so far. It kind of gives me like an Avatar, Last Airbender vibe in terms of the cutscene, like 2D art style here. I'm kind of loving it. In terms of the story, yeah, this is this is like the Eastern Zodiacs, right? So that's something that reminds me of this is obviously going to be Astral Ascent, which is an action roguelike that's based on the Zodiac signs. So now we've got two of them. Okay, we've got a fox. This seems to be one of the two playable characters. I believe this is going to be more of the melee character. So let's see what we have here. Oh, I can't. Okay, I can't do anything until I see the prompts. You know, I kind of appreciate that, honestly. Talk with the pig Zodiac using F. Are you the pig Zodiac? Okay, no voice acting on the individual characters. Maybe they'll be added later. Who knows? A new challenger standing tall. Takes a sturdy gut to step into the Zodiac Trials. Cause, of course, I know. I was the very first trials after all. Okay, yeah, see, you can see that's why we need voice acting, because, yeah, I suck. In case it ain't obvious, I'm the pig Zodiac. 12th in number. First in line. Beautiful, ain't it? But enough about me. Let's talk about you. So, you think you got what it takes to be the 13th Zodiac? Ooh, okay, so that's like the kind of like the focus, I imagine, of this story. For breaking traditions, it better be for someone who's earned their place. So maybe like everybody's like maybe we're also going to be fighting all the Zodiacs like in Astral Ascent because they're mad in this case because they're trying to be the 13th.
You'll get there.
Nope, just there's like some idle like voice lines, I think. Prove it belong here first. Arbiters waiting. He keeps the scores and rules in the trial. Go on, show us what you got.
Now, for beyond this room lies true peril.
Okay, cool. So we got like a little narration. I'm gonna bring up the volume just a tad for stream here. Jump. Ooh, I like how things open up. You can double jump by using space. So we are very floaty. I'm assuming there's going to be a run feature. Next waypoint, we're going to be fighting here. You can enable target locking with R. Oh. R is an interesting choice for that. I wonder if I can switch it to... Oh, okay, I was going to say middle button. Okay, it also immediately has the middle button as a second option. I like that. I'm very much a middle button target lock guy. Perform a primary attack combo with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Cool. So we just have like a full-on combo charge. Is there like a particular point I have to like go? Oh, it does it automatically. Did it do it twice? Is it because if I stay pressed? Oh, okay, interesting. It immediately charges up the next one. Very interesting. Perform a secondary attack with the right. Okay, so those are like my strong attacks. It does stun. That's nice. Use Q to perform your basic special. You are invincible for a brief moment and can deflect hits. This really does give me like Windblown vibe. So far, Windblown is a 2.5D top-down action, but in terms of so far what I'm getting, I have that vibe. Oh, you can recover ki over time or by dealing and taking damage. At max ki, your special is empowered and has increased duration. Use Q to activate it now. I can move around too. Nice. Okay. So once again, if I attack, I should get some of that charged up. So to keep... Where's my key point meter? Is it the blue bar? If this goes up, will I get an empowered key? Yes. Okay, got it. Seems pretty powerful. There seems to be some stunning going on here, so I wonder how we can break posture. Dash with shift. You can dash up to 2 times before requiring a short period. Got it. Hold down shift to long dash. Fox long dash allows her to wall run up surfaces. We become a literal fox. Hell yeah. That's adorable. Lovely. Proceed to the next checkpoint. Okay, so we can just run now with that. Cool. Lantern. Fighting. Sending something. We're going to take some damage here, or we're going to counter. Got it. Perform a counter when you dash with shift just before an attack. Got it. Perform 1 more counter to complete the session. Okay, so we can either use it to dash or to counter, depending on whether we're using a... Oh. Did that work? Don't know why that felt like it didn't... Well, I don't know why I took damage there, but alright. Hello. Oh, not bad, not bad. Looks like you might just stand a chance. I'd love to test you myself, but I got my trotters full elsewhere. Got it. Gotta get Turtle Village up and running. It's a place for challengers like you to rest and get stronger between trials. Might even need your help with a thing or two. Got it. Ooh, maybe some quests. Sounds fun. But that's for later. First, go on to do what you came here for. It won't be easy. Best of luck. Okay. So very curious about the... So obviously now I have a better understanding of the gameplay. Now my curiosity is going to be in the meta progression and the roguelike elements in the individual runs. So this looks like I get to choose my room. Thunder Seal, Honey as a Farmer. Okay, so this definitely gives me Hades, full-on Hades vibes here. So should we do fire or lightning? They also went pretty straightforward in terms of like the, different types of boons that we're going to get here. Lightning, fire, or earth kind of stuff, I would imagine. Cool. I'm off with that. I think the last game we played also had that kind of Hades approach. Again, I said it many times, and I'll say it again. If people want to do Hades likes, go for it. Because while, differently than like a game like Vampire Survivor, people want to do a bunch of Vampire Survivor clones. Vampire Survivor clones are very, very easy to do. Hades likes are not easy to do. They require a lot of content, and so if there's a lot of Hades likes, that usually means that there's a lot of work put into these games, a majority of the time. So I'm always down to try them. So yeah, let's do that. I'm feeling lightning because I feel like we're hitting fast and fast attacking things. Oh man, I love how just things just pop out. But yeah, I feel like like fast attack speed usually goes pretty well with lightning stuff. Defeat all enemies in the area. Okay, so let's just a little close look at some of these attacks. Cool, so we can see that they kind of like become red when they're gonna attack. That's nice. I like indicators. There's a lot of enemies. Now, can I counter a straight up like a charge attack? Here, that was okay. My bad. Need to adjust to the 3D environment here. Okay, you're gonna give me. Cool. So, okay, I almost fell down. Okay, cool. That was nice. I felt pretty good. So yeah, I can either like straight up parry or ooh, I wonder if I can cancel animation cancel or not. I'll test it out eventually, but yeah, I just gotta get a little used to the timing and the 3D environment here. Also, okay, so the parry doesn't. I think the parry kind of automatically triggers if an attack is close to me. I don't actually need to physically be attacking these enemies. I know I'm not using my special or anything right now. I'm usually want to make sure that I just get comfortable with some, like one moveset at a time before doing some of this stuff. I did stun it when that yellow bar went down. I imagine that's like if you break their shield, they become stunned is what I would imagine. Oh, you get an encounter rating at the end that will give you more money. Cool. So if you hack and slash correctly, you'll do better. So there's a pretty big. This is a pretty big room. I wonder if there's like stuff to explore within these rooms. I don't know, but let's take a look at our first boon and see how that looks like. I'm always excited to see how these things work. I forgot about my charge attack. Okay, finishing a secondary attack calls down a lightning bolt. Charge attack generates a static field around you. Inflicts static on enemies. Can I see what these do? Okay, cool. Yeah, I have to press Alt. Static field. A zone that inflicts static over time. Okay, we still don't really know what static does, but primary attack releases chain lightning, dealing a portion of the original hit's damage. Cool. So, I like how, so far, from what I'm seeing, things seem to be, you know, conscious of the kind of possible play styles, and like, you know, it's 30% of the damage. It's not like a straight 5 damage, which means it's just much better with fast attacks and much weaker with slow attacks. I like that. I'm actually going to go with the arcing blows. And we also have a little... Jade.
They contain the power of the ages.
Containing the power of the ages. I like that. Yeah, so... I like the fact that there's a little... does this hurt me? Yeah, it looks like it's going to hurt me. Cool. I like the fact that there's a narrator in the back. I'm down for that. Also, the fox... Does the fox stay... Okay, there's a limited amount of time. Okay, let's move on. I am expecting to die pretty quickly on this run, as I'm just trying to experiment stuff first. Monkey Challenge. Collect souls from defeated enemies within the time limit for bonus. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. If you take too many hits, you'll lose the bonus reward. I'd rather be safe than fast, because I still am not very comfortable with a lot of mechanics. Can I shoot upwards? Yeah, cool. Okay, so and it's nice to see that the 3D environment is being taken advantage here. Oh, okay, gosh, Jesus, sorry. If he was an enemy, avoid getting hit more than 3 times. Aha, what did I see? A warrior, a fool. I may be a little both. No shame in that. A very, very, very wise monkey once said, balance is key. I like the little, like, cute little animations on some words here and there. It's a nice little thing. I'm the monkey, 9th guardian of the 12 zodiacs. Order and the keeper of dusty, musty, but oh so precious skill manuals. The key to mastering your martial art abilities. No free bananas around here. You gotta earn them by passing my challenges, young one. Got it. 3 waves. Get hit too many times and you'll fail. Well, not really. You'll just get less rewards. Got it. But if you, well, fail, then perhaps even my skill can't help you. That's cute. Got it. Okay, cool. I have to remember to use my my key ability. So I have the strong. So right now I'm trying to figure out, like, my strong attack doesn't have a cooldown or anything, so I could just really just choose when to use a strong and when to use a light. Now, obviously, I'm probably going to be using light more right now just because of the fact that I have a boon attached to it. Okay. Ooh, okay, so... Ooh, I like the fact that I can fight in midair. That's nice. Oh, it feels good. Oh, yeah. The fact that you were so floaty makes this, like, feel very, very enjoyable to experiment with. Okay, I still have to be careful because I can't really see everything. I do not want to take damage. What are those little orbs around them? Is it because of my lightning thing? I don't know. Oh, that was 3 waves? Hey, I got an A. I wonder if you can get an S. Flawless challenge. Easiest game of my life, let me tell you. Okay. I still don't know if there's, like, things to explore. I'm not going to spend too much time looking for stuff, but I do love the fact that you can kind of, like, walk around these little rooms. It feels nice.
Enshrouded in myth,
another jade thing. So you're gonna give me something?
Power.
Should have my first challenge. Was it skill? Luck? It was very much skill. Thank you very much. Gust of wind at the right moment. Yeah. But fair is fair. You earned a first skill manual. Keep it close, and maybe I'll see you fumbling through more challenges. Monkey. All right. So what do? Learn a skill. Oh, I'm liking where this is going. This definitely feels a little different. When fully charged, 3 wind blades are released, or increase spin duration. When fully charged, primary attack. Okay, cool. So you can just, like, enhance your core abilities. Not with, like, unique, like, types of stuff, but just purely just their effects. I like that. That's cool. I'm not really using any of those, but if I were to use any of them, probably the special. Yeah, let's try the special. We haven't used the special yet, but I feel like if I were to. Leave area. Okay, let's get out of here. I still have a lot of things that I'm, like, just trying to conceptualize. So what is this place?
These grand structures are now mere echoes of their past, reclaimed by nature's relentless...
Wonder if you take damage if you fall. I don't know. What do we got here? Mountain. So earth or more thunder? I mean, theoretically more thunder. I want to see synergy stuff. Also, can I take a look at oh, wow, we've got stats, people. We've got stats. Clothing, weapon choice, dash attack. Okay, cool. So you can see that each of these have little gems next to them, which means that these are the amount of times that you can potentially enhance them. But considering that, I would imagine there's multiple choices, then there seems to inherently have a lot of possibilities here. Also, the arcing blow, the boon did not count as a little gem, which is nice. So that's purely like the tomes on the side. The tome can affect counter, dash, all that good stuff. Oh wait, I actually get more information here. Restore 10 ki and unleash a wind blade in the attacker's direction, dealing when you counter. Okay, that makes more sense. I guess they didn't really say that in the tutorial, but that's fine. Shift, then... Oh, wow, okay, yeah, there's more information here. Shift, then attack, perform a swirling strike, knocking back enemies. Cool. Charge up and release a blade that deals damage. You are invulnerable while using special, and will deflect projectiles. Okay, yeah, so that's really good. While grounded, perform a rising slash. Okay, yeah, so there's just more information here that I do appreciate. I also like the icons on all the stats here. Okay, I'm saying it all times here, but, oh, there's some stuff here. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go do more lightning stuff. Ooh. Hello? Anybody home? I think they're being summoned. There's a frog. Still don't know why there's a little... Oh, this just shows the distance as to where, they can potentially, like the lightning can arc, I think. I do like the fact that I can really clearly see... Okay, yeah, they're constantly being summoned. I like the fact that I can really clearly see all the attacks being shot at me. I need to be careful here, not to take damage. This is okay. Let me try my special, obviously, because I haven't used it for a while. I don't know how long it'll take to recharge. So I don't actually think that I deal more damage with my basic attack if there's nobody around me. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, that felt nice. I approved of that. Let's see. If you or an ally is struck by chained... If you or an ally is struck by chain lightning, gain a temporary boost. Finishing a secondary attack calls down a lightning bolt. Counter releases a surge of lightning at the attacker, which can chain to nearby enemies. Okay. I don't know what this thing is here. I'm also seeing like a cooldown reduction depending on how many of the same boon you have, maybe? That's an interesting system. I wonder if that's the case, but... Let's do the counter thing, because that sounds fun. Cooldown reduction. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm probably want to try out to look at more different boons to see like different elements to see the differences between each other. I still don't think there's actual like exploration, which I honestly probably wouldn't want anyway, because then you're constantly spending all your time just looking at all the area to make sure you're not missing something. And the speed of the game is fairly slow, all things considered, for a large like 3D environment kind of game, which is fine with me, to be honest. But it's just good to know. All right, what do we got here? Mountain or harness the power of a random element, possibly unlocking new synergies. I'm actually going to try the mountain. Defeat all enemies in the area. So I would imagine there's just a few things where you... Oh, wow. Whoa, jeez. I don't know why my thing did that. Someone's trying to shoot at me. Okay, I don't... You die. That was satisfying. Okay, so oh, you can break the... Oh, cool, and they fall. Nice. And they're like snipers. So, okay, my dash attack is not lightning, so that is separate from the basic attack stuff, which is cool with me. Oh, sniper! No, I almost got hit there. Break. Okay. Attacking, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, overall, I would say that it's overall fairly slow pace for a hack and slash, which honestly gives me more like time to just really check everything, which is nice when you get started, honestly. So I'm all down for it. You get a chest every time with money or a little jade stuff, which I'm down for as well. Secondary attack has obtaining your first mountain seal will unlock armor, a protection layer on your life. Cool. Okay, yeah. So I think interesting, and also unlocks synergies. When a boulder created by any mountain infused skill is struck by a lightning bolt, it turns magnetic, pulling. Okay, cool. So so they're trying to like do like a really duo boon focus mechanic, I think, which is cool because duo boons are some of the most interesting like boons in Hades. So what do you got? Secondary has a reduced speed, but causes a rock fall that stuns enemies. Dash is slower, but knocks back and stuns. When special ends, falling rocks. I'm gonna try the mountain rock here. See how different it feels. Bonk. I can see what you mean by it's slower, but that's cool. I like how you can feel that the ability is different because of the boon, as opposed to just being like the same exact ability with just an additional feature, which is the case with the basic attack right now, but which is fine. But it's just nice to also have certain possible like boons that make things a little different. For the mortal, defeat one of Monkey's pets to proceed. Reward skill manual. Cool. I like the skill manuals. I think they're interesting. Oh, I have 131 over 300, but it looks full. Gain armor equal to 30% of your max health. Oh, this is cool. Oh, you can... Oh, interesting. So the more the same boon, the more different effects you have. That's awesome. Static aura unlocked. Got it. So that's why we kept on seeing this stuff. Now, I don't know what the static aura... A stacking debuff that can be consumed by arc and bolt for bonus effect. Oh, damaging light. Okay, got it. I think I get the idea. Gain armor equal to 30% of your max health. That's why we have that stuff. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. I wonder how far things go with that. Oh, is that a mini boss or is it a straight up boss? Oh, I'm excited to see this. Mini boss. Okay. Big Froggo. All right, let's see what you do. Oh, I like the water effects on it. Okay, you just jump. That's fine. Okay, dropping some little fun little dudes. Okay, I think that's pretty much most of what we can expect here. Nice, the counter feels good. Counter as well. I have to keep track of my my dash reset though. Okay, they have armor, so I think I need to break. Ooh, I took damage there. I think I did my dash a little. Oh, I tried to do my dash. Oh, my dash is out. Oh, that's why. Ooh, that was my bad. Gosh, I'm a little late on my dash always. Which is fine. That's my bad. Okay. Not playing super well, but it's alright. More ads. I have to remember I can do my charge attack, which is like my one like range ability at this point. Yeah, I have like one thing I'm noticing on this boss fight is like my my dash resets. I have to get used to how it resets. So I have 2 stacks of it, I think, and then it takes a second to reload all of it. I'm not too sure how how that works, but I have to remember that I can't just like obviously be spamming it. I try to counter there, but oh, ah! I was so close to running away from it. Let me see how close that felt.
May a bite of the immortal peach wash away the bitter taste of your...
Ah, I was right at the edge. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, my feedback. Oh, oh, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. I'm gonna give feedback in just a moment. I want to do another run, obviously. Okay, 51 enemies. So let's take a look at the village, the hub world, the roguelike elements, I'm very curious about what the hub looks like. under construction. There's going to be a lot of things under construction, obviously. But I'm sure there's probably at least an idea of what we can expect here. I need to be seeing you soon. Yeah, I mean, I was so eager to see you again that I that I like, you know, pretended to like die to a frog, right? Turtle Village. Feed off jade you earn from runs. Got it. So what kind of things can we improve? Oh wow, okay, that is not what I expected. So they're oh, let's see. Flight permit. Rooster airship can appear up to 2 times per act, offering a variety of items for sale. Oh, cool. Okay, so it's gonna be like the big stuff you can unlock that will unlock like new gameplay features within runs, which I love that. And the fact that there seems to be so many of them looks pretty cool.
Look out for the Rooster's airship in your future trials.
You got it.
And be sure to have enough
choice of scroll, everything. Ramen shop, increase all challenges, max life. Oh, it's just a cute. Just a really nice way to just have like meta progression here. Just they all seem to have like their own little thing that you might hopefully see in the hub afterwards. That's really cool. What else is there around here? Innkeeper, hello. White cat, hello. Sneaking quiet and looks. Oh, oh. I have to find a cat. So I got a little side quest maybe? Cool. Is there a training ground? A training ground would be sweet. Also, this area looks really nice. We got a rooster ship. Whoop. That's my bad. Yeah, so one thing. Wait, so can I dash into a counter? Yeah, I think I can. Okay, but then I have 0 left. I see. Interact. What can you interact with here? Different relics. Have we even found relics? I don't think we've even found any relics. So we'll definitely have to take a look at that. And there's seems to be another side quest here. Oh, there's 2 things here. Okay, so we'll be ready to punch it in a future patch, and we can play Syleth in this current demo. Select Challenger. Okay, so that's just let me change, and it shows me the stuff here. Oh, okay, just little cosmetics for the outfit. I wonder if that actually changes anything on the weapon side. I would imagine not, but that'd be cool. Okay. Alright, how do I my loadout? How do I play co-op? How do I grow stronger? Jades, practice lots. You got it. Okay. Cool. Well, honestly, this seems to be quite a lot to play with in this demo, which I'm excited. All right, let's do another run. Now that I know what to expect, to start trial in 3, 2, 1. No. Okay, so let's try.
I could say something profound.
Oh, Omni Seal.
But in the end,
Random element.
it's really entirely up
Why
to
not?
you.
I love how it just opens up like that. That's really cool. Forgotten rule: defeating all enemies in the area. So, it looks like the counter works even when I'm dashing. Yeah, so even when I'm dashing, it counts as a counter, I think. I feel like that wasn't always working with the boss. I'm not too sure about that right now, but... But I like the, I mean, the nice, like, hack and slash aspect of it right now that I'm seeing is that, is the idea that you're trying to defeat enemies perfectly in order to get an A grading. I don't know if A grading is attributed to speed as well. It doesn't feel like it's attributed to speed as well, which is very generous. Fire? No, it's literally, random when you pick up the seal. Interesting. Oh, cool. Primary attack inflicts burn. When fully ablaze, it strikes faster. Primary attack deals more damage. The final hit in its combo always crits. I'm going to try to fire strike. Inflicts burn, and when fully ablaze, it strikes faster. And then we can actually look at all the boons you get from that, right? Burn unlocked, plus 10 attack, 20% burn inflicted when ablaze, 10 attack. That's cool. So you want to try to like focus on one element, but you also want to try to get synergies for these boons down there, which is a cool thing. So next up, we've got Monkey Challenge, if you take too many hits, or killing enemies fast. And you always get the Jade and the skill, at least in these. Let's try to go fast this time around. Hello. Alright. You got it. Collect at least 20 urns. I should have read more. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I think I pressed the wrong button. Oh, jeez. I am not doing well. Well, it's a good thing I didn't take the other challenge. You kind of have to pay attention to everything around you, obviously. I got it, right? I got it, right? Oh, that's a bonus. Oh, I see. Sometimes the enemies stay red even when they're done attacking, which is a little bug, I think. That's totally fine. Okay, nice. I think I did the thingy. Are you proud of me, monkey? Like bananas. They're exactly like bananas. Okay, let's take a look at another skill we can get. Generate a swirling whirlwind. That last 3 seconds dealing. Oh, that's when I do a dash attack. And the counter, a max range. The wind blade returns along its path. That's already the second counter we can see. That's cool. I'm gonna take the dash attack. Let's take a look. Nice, and that just stays around. That's cool. So I wonder if you can have like the fire boon attributed to dash attacks then. That's what I imagine, which would be a nice addition. Okay. I did take. Oh man, I took like a third of my health. Eee, I did not do well there. Ouchie, ouchies. All right, well let's just move on. There doesn't seem to be like straight up like, oh, increase your health, attack, like a bunch of them in the hub area. I mean, I saw some that can do that, but you still have to pay quite a bit for it, which I'm all down for. Let's take a look at the water one. I'm always going to just teleport away, but no. I'm dashing. Yeah, I'm still not fully convinced on how the counter really works, because sometimes I counter even when like far away doing an attack, and that like seems to work. Sometimes I'm not too sure yet. Right, so like that bullet that was coming my way, can I counter that? I don't really want to risk it, to be honest, but we're dealing a lot of damage. That's for sure, at least. I'm not getting health back. Is one thing I've noticed so far. Okay, so that we're attacking faster because we. Yeah, no, I think we're not attacking as fast because we are not ablaze anymore. So, does this just give me the synergy if I grab that? Like, just straight up? When it says unlock synergy, I just have that? Every 100 burn and 50 frost on a target erupts into scorching stream, pushing others back while doubling their burn. That's cool. So, the last hit of a secondary attack releases a splash. Counter inflicts frost. Charge attack charges faster based on your current health. Okay. Not only is it guarantees you free. I actually like that. Freezing an enemy with a counter. And so now, do I have the synergy? Like, do I just have it? I don't know. Burn Frost can get along with this. Oh, okay. So I don't have it. It just unlocked it, which it was what it said, but I wasn't sure the phrasing on it. Let's just move on. Let's get some more water stuff then, right? Because we're trying to get a few synergies. I actually don't know what do I get for doing more water. More max health. Okay, cool. That's works for me. So water and earth seem to be would probably go well together. Yep. Screw you, snipers. Okay. More sniperinos. Probably unnecessary to do this, but I kind of wanted to, just to be safe. Oh, I did not even see what actually damaged here. I take a lot of damage. I will say, like, taking, like, the game really tries to make sure you do not take damage very often. I deal a lot of damage too. It's just like it feels like I'm a full-on glass cannon right now, which I guess is kind of fitting with the fire build I'm going. But dash releases a burst of cold water at the start and end. Special unleashes a powerful wave of water dealing frost. Let's do the dash. Cool. Okay. More health I'm also super down for, so. I like the little splashy animations on it. That fox is so cute when it just falls down. Okay, so I am back to the mini-boss. I wonder if it's the same mini-boss. I gotta do better this time around. I'm not super confident with my build. I mean, again, I'm still not fully... I mean, I get the counter, but, like, doing it feels sometimes weird. Sometimes I feel like I'm dashing away and it counts as it does trigger the counter. Sometimes it... I'm not sure. Oh, wait. Did it trigger the... Oh, gosh, I thought I pressed shift there, but maybe I'm just too slow. I'm not sure. I kind of want to just try a counter. Yeah, see, like here... I guess I don't know if that was supposed to trigger that or not, but... Okay, here I think I just didn't have... Was it just out of stamina? No, of dashes? Because I was trying to dash away. Yeah, I was... Okay, I was out of dashes. Interesting. I could use a revive. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'm going to just give up. Try again. Yeah, it's so far it's just the one thing I'm still not fully getting, really. Synergy's triggered. Okay, so you do actually get this full-on synergy thing. That's awesome. I really like that. All right, let's try more time. Again, I wish I could just try the count, like experiment with the counter outside of a run. I don't think there seems to be a kind of like training grounds. For hack and slashes, I think it's always nice to have training, like a little training area, just so you can, you know, experiment with these kind of things, for instance. But again, that's something that I could imagine could potentially be featured in the full release. Wow, they actually really let you explore the whole like hub area. That's really cool. Whee! Oh, I don't stay at box. All right, so we have 76. Increase all challenges max life by 20. Let's do that. Increase all damage. Cool. Oh, they don't increase in price. Well, I'm gonna get myself more damage then. You can revive once. Start a run with 1 fortune stick. Can you reroll? Lotus Shrine will now appear to trials, offering a way to refine your power. Interesting. Source of scrolls. Okay, cool. And let's take a look at this armory again. Wait, was there stuff I could spend on the armory in terms of jades? I don't think so, right? I can't actually do anything here, right? Just shows me. One more trial to unlock. Got it. All right, let's try again. Also, haven't taken a look at the relics yet. That's something I need to take a look at eventually. Okay, let's do it one more time. Oh, there's someone here. Hello! Psst, my friend. You seem in need of some shimmering coins, yes?
Be afraid only of standing still.
Loan 500, but I'll owe a bunch. Sure, let's do the number one. Cool, so now I start with 500. Let's do the Earth one. I think the Earth sounds pretty fun. Okay. Back here. Fight me. Yes. Yeah, what was that counter from? I don't know why the counters trigger so early against these guys, but not against bosses. Yeah. Okay, well... Huh. Yeah, so here, like, it triggers even before the attack, and I still get hit by the attack if I just don't run away after the counter. It's very unusual system. That's some damage, I guess. He just wants to run away from me. Sorry, bud. That's not how it works. Bonk. Probably just a B, right? I took some damage. Okay. Yoink. Yoink. Secondary attacks, well, we already had that. Primary attack strikes slower but stuns enemies, gaining bonus damage while you have armor. Got it. Gash is slower but knocks back and stuns enemies while blocking smaller projectiles. If you have armor, dash attack launches a shockwave. It's all about if you have armor that benefits, but I'm not planning on getting much armor because I'm still taking damage fairly often. I don't know how I feel about this, because this is a win more thing here, which I just don't have. If you don't have armor, it doesn't actually do much other than stunning enemies, which is good, but I need damage, right? I'm also thinking of taking the mountains call, but I'm going to try the heavy step. Okay, so it said that I would launch a... Didn't it say I was going to launch something? If I had the stuns while blocking if you have armor, launch a shockwave damage. Am I not doing that? I'm not seeing it. Oh, do I have to finish? Oh, I have to finish the dash for it to trigger, I think. Interesting. Let's do this one. Okay, so the thing doesn't actually trigger until then. Okay. Alright, so I have to be careful with this one, because I'm not very strong right now, because I... Oh, wait. Why was there like a big earthy thing that triggered afterwards? Oh, okay. Wait, did I take damage from what? I don't know. Okay, so the explosion happens after I attack with the it's a dash attack thing, I think. Did it say dash attack? Did I just misread it? Maybe I did. Maybe I just misread it. Let me see.
Another golden stroke on the canvas of your destiny.
Dash is slower but knocks back. If you have armor, launch a shockwave damage. No, I think okay. Yeah, okay. So I think it was just a little confusing in that regard. Okay, that's fine. Let's take a look at the manual. When fully charged, 3 withing and fish into combo releases a wind blade that deals a bunch of damage. Okay, let's do that. I like that. So now we have a little wind blade if we do the full combo. Sounds good. All right, let's get out of here. I hope I get to actually... Wait. Oh, wait. Wait, the dash just constantly... I see, yeah, interesting. Oh, also, were you there this whole time? Lazy cat. Oh, that's part of one of the little side quests I need to do. You track me down on behalf of that frantic innkeeper. Yes. I'll go back when I'm ready, not before, however, you persist in... Your persistence is commendable. Here, I'm looking for your trouble. Oh, thank you. So, you're not gonna get back? Well, what am I gonna tell them? Like, I need to tell them something. Like, why aren't you coming back? Whatever. Let's do lightning again. I'm not really feeling this whole, like, you need to have armor. Wait a minute, does my... Wait, my armor regenerates? How does armor work? Okay, that's not telling me what armor... Oh, wait, a defensive layer that protects you life. Why am I back with full armor? Because if armor regenerates, now we're talking. I just, don't know. I'm gonna take the Thunder Seal thing, though. I want to try lightning stuff again. Cool. Do you like the, my little extra dash thing? My little, maybe it's just against these specific red guys that the counter is just weird, and I'm like adjusting to it for some reason. Ah! There we go. Stun you. The special feels pretty good, I will say. Nice. Alright. Oh my gosh, the slow dash from the earth, though, does not feel great.
The jingle of progress.
Finishing a secondary attack, blah, blah, blah. Charge attack generates a static field around you and puts status on enemies. It unlocks when a boulder created by any mountain-infused skill is struck by a lightning bolt. I don't really have that opportunity, but we'll still take this. Wait. Did that do it? Does that do... Oh, wait, the rock is still there. Wait a minute. Are you now... Hey, look at that! Ooh, fancy. I didn't realize I could literally just shove rocks around. Okay, cool. Nice. Oh, this is nice. You actually get like full-on synergy stuff early on. Feels pretty good. Where can I see it very comfortably? I don't know where the static thing is, but all right. So now we're trying to like make rocks. Wait, can I dash secondary? I thought I could dash secondary. Oh wait, how did that happen? Okay, cool. Let's do... I think let's do just a random one for funds. Okay, I'm just gonna put some rocks around. Now it's gonna go boom. Look at that! That's cool. I don't like you. Yes! I actually forgot what the synergy... Oh, did I take damage there? Oh no! You know, I think it's because my my speed was just too low. Oh, you just exploded for some reason. Okay. Cool. Where's my rock for my synergies? Just gonna place a rock here. Where do you go? Oh, jeez, that explodes. Okay. Ah! Run away. Cool. Nice. Okay, that was fun.
With coins come
Oh, I still have to kill someone. Who's sending those? Oh, you are! You weird little fellow. Oh, you just fall? Oh, no. Did I take damage there? Oh, it exploded! Ah, shoot. That was my bad. I thought it was stunned and I had to kill it. Fall down. Die. Okay. A little messy. No, I'm just kind of curious about this armor thing. If it regenerates, then we're definitely talking here. But that sounds a little too overpowered. Primary attack strikes slower. Unlock synergies. Oh man. Primary attack deals more damage. The final hit in the combo is always a crit. It unlocks a bunch of synergy stuff. Whoa. Primary attack spreads cold energy in the cone. Inflicts frost. Every 3 static on a target reacts with freeze, unleashing a surge. When frozen targets are stunned by a hit, they release piercing icicles. Wow. Okay, yeah, so you can really do some interesting stuff here. I think I need probably do more damage. You know, I'm going to do guided bolt because we have an extra like thing at the end there. That should probably work. Okay, let's see. Do we actually get armor? No, we do not. Maybe we get armor when we go to another location? That would be my guess then?
A fierce guardian of hidden riches. Tread lightly, lest its wrath turn golden treasures into glitter.
I was kind of like stop moving here. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little focused now. To no surprise, the crit build seems to do pretty well. Come here. What? Oh, what? I wasn't in the field. What was that? I was so not in that area. Nope. What? I can't run very fast because of my, like, earth thing. I like the fact that you have a new attack, though. I'm scared! I can't move! You were blocking my way, bro. I thought I could get behind you. Oh my gosh, wait. I get money from these? What? Take that. I did block that, right? Gosh darn it, I was looking at the footage. I was so curious. I thought I took damage because it was like a big black flash on the screen, so it made me feel like I took damage. But maybe I didn't. I'm actually gonna revive so I could just see what happens when I beat this frog. It's a shame I was like... Oh, okay, so even jumping off is not good enough. Well, that was a very generous B rating the game gave me. Okay. Let's read the manual. Falling leaves, charge primary attack. I'm not doing the second swing also releases a wind blade. Oh, I like this. Not like my primary attack is doing some really good stuff. Alright, Innkeeper. Bravo! Your conquest of the giant gold croak is marvelous indeed. Yes, the trial will hold deeper secrets. Step into the quiet ticking of time and meditate with me to unravel its cycles. Breathe in. You got it. Come on, everybody. A day fades to night. Our stillness stirs the dances of time. Sun and moon in their eternal twist make every moment a new beginning. Embrace this cycle to master the trials. Breathe out. Okay, sorry. I couldn't do that because... Oh, nighttime now. Hell yeah. I reveal the secret of bending time to your will. Oh, very cool. Nighttime. Oh yeah. I don't know why we got like so much money out of... Oh, they're still there, huh? Oh my gosh. So the Krog just drops a bunch of chests and you can just grab all this money? Cool. I'm going to assume we're going to find a shop soon. Because one thing I've noticed so far is that the random levels you encounter are actually always the same in this demo. So I'm expecting to hopefully find it. I'm also expecting to get my armor back. That would be sweet. Hopefully. Yes! Okay, so it is per location. That's actually much better. That makes it actually pretty good. And we're in a new biome. Cool. I'm actually going to go for Earth now. Oh wait, that's Heaven. You know what? I'm just going to go random then. Hello! New biome. Gosh, the speed is so slow. Take my rock. Okay, it's over there. Oh, there's a sniper. There's multiple snipers. Trying to get away. Oh gosh. It actually feels really cool. It's really fun. Woo, boy. Okay. Oh gosh, I need to remember that. They explode. Okay. Okay, I was stuck in my animation. So I don't know if I can fully cancel animation of the like some animations you can't cancel out, but some you can. I mean, overall, I would say a lot of the animations are very quick, so it doesn't feel too bad. Are they just gonna fall? Oh, come on. And where's the other one? Ooh, I like the arrows on showing me where to go. Thank you, appreciate it. The speed on that. I am not grabbing that. I don't know why I don't know if it was necessary to have the slow. Ah, I'm stuck. The slow speed on there. You just gonna die? Right? Just gonna die, please. Okay, well, I'm gonna assume you're dead. The arrows are confusing. Where did I go? Where do you mean? Where's the arrow? Oh, there's one over there. Okay. Oh. Oh, this was just wave 1. Oh, okay. Oh, I did not see you there, buddy. Get out of here. Stop running away. Okay. Whew. Ah, you still gave me an A rating. That's quite generous, I'll say, but thank you. Okay. Alright, well, you know what? I'm going to continue playing on my own. Maybe start to just try the new character as well. And I will circle back with my overall thoughts on the game as a whole. So, be right back. Alright, Z13, also known as Zodiac 13, I believe. I continued playing a little bit more. I completed that run, and then I started a new one, and also completed that second run. So I beat the game twice in this current demo. And yeah, there's quite a bit to talk about, so let's just get right into it. So first off, let's talk about audio visuals, right? It's a really nice 3D game visually, I would say. I like the fact that there's, once again, it's one of those games where if you look at the character, it's pretty basic, right? All things considered, but when you actually take it outside of just actual character models and everything, I would say that they've put a lot of effort into the world building aspect. And if you've been following a lot of my content, then you might know that I love games that try to immerse the player into the world. And I think this is a game that does it very well. In this little demo, you could just fly around the hub. You could just explore the hub. You can go on top of like all the buildings. You don't have like an invisible wall preventing you from doing that. I actually don't even know what happens if I do this. I'm assuming it's just going to tell me, oh my gosh, that's a freaking turtle. Anyway, okay, so you can see that there's a lot of effort put into just the overall vibe of the game, and I think that's awesome, especially since the whole lore is based around the Zodiacs, and so it has like a spiritual tone to it, and I think that it kind of gives me Avatar Last Airbender vibe. And I think I'm also going to be comparing this game a little bit to Astral Ascent. Again, even though Astral Ascent is a 2D game, it does try to go for also a Zodiac theme, and it actually does try to base a lot of its gameplay around the Zodiacs, which we will be talking about here as well. In any case, so yeah, I think the visuals are really, really nice. I think, again, like, this was unnecessary to add in the hub, right? The hub could have been much simpler, but no, they really put effort into that, and I think that visually, yeah, like, everything looks and feels pretty good, I would say. Now, the VFX are decent. I think the VFX could definitely still have some improvements. Now, I will say, I am also playing right now not at the highest quality, just because I've been having issues with my stream loadout with that regard. So I'll be trying it on my end with everything maxed out, and I'll be taking a look if anything feels different with everything maxed out. I mean, it's not super low right now, but that's something to keep in mind. Currently, with this current setup, I think the visual effects don't feel as impactful as they could potentially be, I think. But once again, I'll see that for myself. This is definitely the kind of game I'm going to be continuing to play on my end, especially since the demo doesn't really push you to do anything too crazy for too long, right? There's only one area available, 2 characters, so I'm going to see how much this demo has to offer, and I might come back and talk more about this game in the future. But for now, yeah, visual effects are okay, right? Like, if you just look at, like, the little spark, it's okay, it's simple, yeah, it's all right, but that's the kind of stuff that can definitely be improved later on. But I think the artistic vision is wonderful, and the world building is fantastic. Music is good, sound effects are good. I honestly just want to jump right into, obviously, the meat of this game. So, obviously, this is a 3D action roguelike, so let's talk about the core gameplay, right? So, this is a hack and slash, and you control, right now we have the possibility of having 2 characters, and this is one of those games that, takes the Hades approach, which we'll be discussing in a bit, where you have inherent abilities, and then boons can make those abilities different depending on which type of boon you go for, if you go for fire, lightning, that kind of stuff, right? So you've got your basic attack, you've got your dash attack, you've got your dash, which depending on the character you're playing can make you fly and stuff like that, which is great. You've got your secondary, which once again, depending on the character you're playing, and you have a counter, which is a little weird to me, but we'll talk about that in a second. And then you have your ultimate move, which you're completely invulnerable when you use it, and it just does a bunch of stuff around you. So I think the overall the core abilities feel great. I like the fact that this game really does try to take advantage of the 3D environment. So as you can see, I'm currently just fighting in the sky. And that feels awesome. It's really cool. And there's some enemies in the sky, and you can dash and then go to another enemy, and then you can go back down. I kind of wish there was an easier way to just like slam to the floor. I know the other character does have that. This one does not. And I would say that it feels good to be fighting enemies. You do feel pretty powerful. In comparison, the difference between the two characters, although the other character is much more melee, this one is much more ranged. And from my experience, I feel like this character is way, way more powerful than the first one, but I've only been playing just a very small amount so far, so it's hard to say. But this character feels much easier. You're far from everything, and you still do the same amount of damage as the melee character. These are specifics, right? Because we're talking about specific characters, and they're planning on having more characters. I would say that the core gameplay is satisfying. It's slower than I would have expected. And I wonder how it would feel if it was a little faster. Now, obviously, overall, just some animations, for instance, feel a little bit lagging. More notably, the dash attack. So this is my dash attack. And sometimes I want to dash and then like continue doing my basic attack, because my basic attack is much more important to me. But sometimes I want to dash away and then use a basic attack, but I can't because I have to do this dash attack, which is fine in a game like Hades where the dash attack is extremely fast. But here the dash attack does take a while before I'm able to go back to my basic attack. So I think the gameplay is very satisfying and very enjoyable in its core. But I do think, I wonder if there's some elements that could be a little bit faster to make you feel like a true hack and slash, like boom, 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 going from one into another. I almost wonder if the dash could also be faster. Overall, I think the gameplay is very enjoyable, but I'm curious if it can be just cranked up a little bit more in terms of the overall pacing of it. But that's just a very minor thing, because I would say that when you are in battle, it feels great to just be attacking, dashing, using your special, moving away. I'm just more surprised that it didn't decide to go even faster than that. But yeah, I've had a really enjoyable time. I would say that the two characters do feel pretty different from one another. Not as crazy impactful as different characters in different games, but I'm going to assume that other characters might have very different play styles. Because currently the only difference here is one is melee, one is short range. They both have similar feeling abilities, I would say, overall. So I'm hoping that the other characters are going to actually feel quite different in that regard. But yeah, so core gameplay, fun. Let's talk about the roguelike elements. And this, I was pleasantly surprised. Usually when a game really focuses on just like a hack and slash feel where you have a lot of core abilities, the roguelike elements can be pretty boring. Usually a lot of games tend to try to just have a lot of number adjustment upgrades, you know, like, oh, more attack speed, more stuff, or like, ooh, you deal fire damage, but you know, that's about it. You know? But here it feels like every single boon I found really gave a lot of cool new mechanics and new, like, yeah, new things to play around with. Not only did each of the boons feel pretty unique, but they also to make sure that if you were to go for one particular boon, like one particular class of boons like fire, you could either go for different boons from different classes, I don't know, elements, right? And you will then unlock automatic synergies that can go with each other, which is awesome. Or you can focus on just one single element, and then you inherently also get bonuses for just acquiring multiple of the same element. So the game rewards you for doing one or the other, or both. And I think that's awesome, because then there's different playstyles. You can try to go for a bunch of different elements and try to go for all these different synergies that could potentially work off each other. Or you could just try to go for a single element and benefit from the inherent bonuses you get for getting multiple of them. That's awesome. That's a really simple and nice way to just add a little bit more fun and strategy to what you want to grab in terms of boons. You don't just grab whatever just is strongest because it has bigger numbers, right? There's a bit more strategy as to what you want to grab. Now, currently, the duo boons, there's only one duo boon per element, which makes sense because there's already a lot of possibilities, right? If you look at all of the different synergies, those are all there. Now, I'm wondering if there's any way to even expand further on that. just because I love the mechanic, and I think it's cool that if you have an earth and lightning, you immediately get that synergy. But it's always going to be the same synergy if you just have those two elements, which again is already awesome. I'm wondering if there's ever a world where you can go further than that. In terms of the individual, elements, there's plenty of them. For a demo, that's a lot of boons. And I like the fact that, once again, a lot of these will always give you like you can have your primary attack deal burn, or your primary attack deal freeze, or your primary attack deal lightning, or your primary attack. You're always going to have the primary attack, secondary attack, dash attack, blah, blah. But differently than a game that I talked about not too long ago, Redacted. A game like Redacted, there's so many more abilities you start with. You can see we have the dash, we have the special, we have the ultimate, we have all this. But in Redacted, all the boons were just that. You just replaced your core abilities with just one that does an element. And that was fine, but it quickly got tiring because you just only replace your core abilities with just ones of a different type, and there wasn't anything more to that. And here, even though there's a lot of abilities that you start with, I was still able to find some really cool and fun boons that just did some cool synergies, like, depending on how many lightning stuff you have, lightning now does this. Or, if you have 100 plus stacks of fire, enemies will explode, blah, 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 that kind of stuff, right? And those are, for me, some of the more exciting aspects of Hades-likes, where you can have boons that are not just, enhance your primary ability. Like, yes, you could have your primary do the burn or the lightning or whatever, but adding unique mechanics to it as well. Boons that are unique to this game, right? Because I've seen a bunch of games that always have the primary attack fire, which you need. That's part of it. But I'm happy that I didn't feel like it was only that. So that was really cool. It was really fun to see all the different boons, and I feel like there's plenty more I can see, so that's why I want to head back in this game on my own later on. Now, one thing I was quite surprised are the relics. So obviously, in a lot of these games, you're going to have your relics, little passive abilities you can just collect. I've only encountered one in my 3 or 4 runs, including 2 full runs, right? Now, I do realize that one of the things you can buy in the hub, which again, I love the fact that the hub, you can buy certain things. I love the feeling of, constant progression, right? Unlocking actual buildings and stuff. That's really cool. But I noticed that the relics box will now be available as a selectable room reward. That's surprising that that's something you have to buy, and it's not inherently in the runs, because relics are also core to this kind of gameplay. So I haven't really gotten to experience much of the relics, but I hope that I'm not going to only encounter 1 or 2 relics a run. Now, one thing to note is that right now, again, this is just one region, right? So obviously I'm not going to be encountering that many things. The runs do end pretty quickly. So I haven't really got to experiment with the relics, but I would imagine with how the game is shown to be designed, I would imagine that some of these relics are going to be very fun and interesting. You also see there also seems to be curses. I love cursed items in roguelikes, because they usually mean that there are risk versus reward elements, and I think that's a really important core aspect of roguelikes. I love the idea of how greedy are you willing to go. The one I got was when you complete an encounter, you get gold, and you also get inherently more damage the more gold you have. Simple but fun. It's something that does change your run, and I like those. I'm willing to bet those relics are going to feel pretty unique. So I'm excited to experiment with more of those. I also love that they all come from the Zodiacs. That's great. The roguelike elements, they were really good. Not to mention there's also the tomes, which let you enhance one of your actual core abilities. And you can do that twice. And there's multiple possible books. So you can really change your primary ability to do some really cool stuff. It doesn't inherently change it, it more upgrades it. It just increases the rank here. The last move of a primary attack fires an extra dagger, and then there's one I haven't seen yet again. So they're always the same, but it's nice that you can just upgrade your abilities, and you can just choose which one you want to upgrade depending on the build you're going for, because maybe you're going for more of a charge build, maybe you're going for more of a dash build, maybe you're going for a secondary attack build. I'm willing to bet the idea is you can try to go for all of them and try to just enhance everything, right? But I will say that I personally didn't get to use a charged attack very much with this character because it felt like the primary attack was just so much more powerful. And I will say, currently in this demo, and there's just a little bit that I've played, it does feel like there might be some balance tweaks here that could potentially be looked at. I really do feel like this character is extremely powerful, but again, that's also balance is not much of a concern in general when I go through these games because it's all about just the overall design. Balance can always be changed through playtesting and this through early access, so I'm not too concerned about it. But yeah, so overall, yeah, once again, I like the roguelike elements. They were really surprising to me. I think that was the most surprising aspect. I feel like the game really does open up to a lot of possible synergies, and there seems to be a lot of unique builds that you could really try to go for, thanks to all these awesome roguelike like things you can find throughout the run. So nice. In terms of like the enemies, I think the enemy variety is quite nice for a demo. Bosses I thought were cool. The simple movesets that you can really kind of see. At first when I started playing, I thought that I could clearly see like, you know, the red zone that showed before an attack. Later on, I do realize that sometimes that can be a little hard to see. I'm not sure if there is an option to potentially help with that. I don't think so currently. But it would be potentially nice to have a little bit more accessibility or just more visuals in terms of some of the attacks. So sometimes you can see the red zone, but if I'm like this, sometimes it's really hard to see that I'm actually in the middle of a red zone. But that is also kind of the game, you know, like you need to work with a 3D environment. So that was mostly me, I would say probably. But I think it's important to note that I think it's also attributed to the VFX. I do feel like sometimes the VFX, again, were kind of hard to see when, like, for example, the Toad would do a swipe attack. I would take damage from the swipe attack, but I didn't fully feel like I was getting hit by the actual action of seeing the slap move. It was hard for me to see it visually. I took damage, and I knew I took damage, but just it didn't feel like I took a big hit. So that's, again, on the VFX. Once again, I think that maybe the game could be a tiny bit faster, maybe in, like, the exploration aspect. Even the bird right now feels a little slow in a hack and slash scenario in the middle of a run. I love the fact that the rooms are split up in actual like they're in just this huge environment. You don't get into a new room, fade to black, and then like new room. No, here they're really trying to keep the immersion by having new rooms just like spawn like a floating island, and you just go to it. Love that. That was another aspect of Windblown that I thought was fantastic, is that most of the biomes are in just this one big map, and this game kind of feels that way, and I think that really helps the immersion aspect of the game. So I really love that that aspect they're going for, and I'm very curious to see how the other biomes are going to feel like. And just to finish things off, I do want to bring back again that this game does seem to be a roguelite, right? They seem to put a lot of effort into the meta progression. I like the fact that there seems to be some side quests, there seems to be some unique events. These kind of things, for me, I think one of the coolest aspects of Hades-likes done well is, yes, the core gameplay and the boons are great, and everybody focuses on that, but I think one of the coolest aspects of Hades is the fact that there was a reason to keep going. The story kept on unfolding. You would discover new NPCs, you would discover new side quests. Even if there were small things, just having a reason to keep going, I think, is one of the harder aspects of a Hades-like, and something that I think a lot of developers sometimes don't focus on as much as the gameplay, because that's what, you know, most people think of. And most people might think that that's what's most important, because that's what they just think of. But honestly, if Hades didn't have this whole, like, beat Hades 10 times to get the true ending, I don't think people would have been as pushed, like, as excited to try to continue playing and just finding more and more stuff and just putting more hours into the game. So I can see that there's a lot of effort put into the boons and the roguelike elements, which, again, is fantastic, because I don't think many games do that very well, and I think this is done very well. So I'm just hoping that in the full release, or at least the full early access release, there will be plenty of content outside of gameplay as well. And they're just going to be doing like 5 runs and meeting all the NPCs, and then from there on, nothing new happens, right? So that is my hope for a game like this, because I think that they did a really good job with the overall environment and the overall vibe. So I wouldn't want to lose that aspect of the immersion after just a few runs, and I'm just not even talking to the NPCs anymore or caring who's around me, right? I'm really excited to see where this goes, because this game has a lot of potential. But yeah, that's about it.